In this session, we will study about the blood supply of the heart. First, about the arterial supply. Heart is supplied by two coronary arteries. One is this right coronary artery and another is the left coronary artery. First, about the right coronary artery. The right coronary artery, it is lying in this right atrioventricular groove and it will arise from the it is a branch of the ascending aorta taking origin from this anterior aortic sinus, and then after its origin, the right coronary artery, it will travel in this anterior part of the right atrioventricular groove. The rest of the course of the right coronary artery, it is in the posterior part of the atrioventricular groove. Here I am rotating the heart and I can see this posterior part of the right atrioventricular groove, and then it will continue on this between the atrium and the ventricles as the posterior interventricular artery. So this is the complete right coronary artery in the atrioventricular groove on anterior and the posterior side. Now the branches of the right coronary artery. The first branches of the right coronary artery, it is a conus artery. Here we can see this conus artery, and rest branches, these are the ventricular branches of the right coronary artery. One of the ventricular branch, which is large, it is lying along the inferior border of the heart and is known as the marginal artery. The atrial branches of the right coronary artery, they will supply the right atrium, and one of the atrial branch, here we can see this is the SA nodal artery. So these are the branches in the right atrioventricular groove of the right coronary artery: SA nodal artery, conus artery, ventricular branches, and this one is the marginal branch. Now we can trace this right coronary artery in the posterior part of the right atrioventricular groove here. Now this right coronary artery, it will give up the ventricular branches on the posterior side, and then it will continue as posterior interventricular artery in the posterior interventricular groove. So here it is the right and the left ventricle which are separated by this posterior interventricular groove, and here the posterior interventricular branch, it is lying along with the middle cardiac vein. Now we will trace the left coronary artery. So here we can see this left coronary artery, which also arises as a branch of the ascending aorta, but this will arise from the left posterior aortic sinus. And then the left coronary artery, it runs in the left atrioventricular groove and immediately divide into two branches. This one is the anterior interventricular branch and this is the circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. First, this anterior interventricular branch. The anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary, it will run in this anterior interventricular groove and it will give up large ventricular branches. One of the ventricular branch which is large, it is the diagonal branch of the interventricular artery. The anterior interventricular artery, it will run up to the apex of the heart, where it may ends or it may turn backward up to the diaphragmatic surface and may anastomose here with the interventricular branch of the right coronary artery. Second branch of the left coronary artery, it is the circumflex branch, which is running first in this anterior part of atrioventricular groove, and then it will turn and it will run in the posterior part of the left atrioventricular groove. This circumflex artery, it will give up large ventricular branches, one of which is very large, running along the left border of the heart, and it is known as the marginal branch of the circumflex artery. The circumflex artery, it will continue to run in the atrioventricular groove, and it may sometimes may give a branch, posterior interventricular branch in this posterior interventricular groove. And if the posterior interventricular branch, it arises from this circumflex artery, this type of the heart, it is known as the left dominant heart. So these were the branches from the right and the left coronary arteries. And we can clearly see here that the anterior interventricular branch, it is a branch from the left coronary artery and it is lying along the sternocostal surface. So most of the anterior part of interventricular septum, it will be supplied by this anterior interventricular branch. But along the diaphragmatic surface, we can see this branch of the right coronary, that is the posterior interventricular branch. So this posterior interventricular branch, since it is lying in the posterior interventricular groove, so this will supply the posterior part of the interventricular septum and also the posterior most part of the left ventricle. Now we will study the venous drainage of the heart. The major vein of the heart, it is the coronary sinus, which is lying in the posterior part of this atrioventricular groove. Here we can see the left atrium and the left ventricle. This coronary sinus, which is lying in the posterior part of atrioventricular groove, it will begin as a continuation of the great cardiac vein. So here we can see this great cardiac vein, which is lying in the anterior interventricular groove. It will continue and open up at the left end of the coronary sinus. The other tributaries of the coronary sinus, they are the middle cardiac vein, which can be seen here in the posterior interventricular groove, and the coronary sinus, it will also receive the posterior vein of the left ventricle, oblique vein of the left atrium and other branches, and the coronary sinus, it will open up into the right atrium. All the veins of the heart, they will open up in coronary sinus, but only anterior cardiac veins of the heart, they will open up directly into the right atrium and not in the coronary sinus. So this was about the arterial and the venous drainage of the heart.